So when's the last time you got vulnerable on a sales call on purpose? Seems a little counterintuitive, maybe, because as a salesperson, you're supposed to be in control. You're supposed to have all your I's dotted and your T's crossed. You're supposed to really have a grasp of everything so perfectly that you show no cracks in your armor or no flaws whatsoever. Sure, I get that, but here's where that approach falls short. If you're so polished, if you're so perfect, you're not relatable. And in order to be relatable to someone who is about to make a change, you need to be vulnerable too. Why vulnerable? Well, because in order to make any kind of a change, you need to at some point admit that what you're doing is not as good as it could be. And if it's not as good as what it could be, you need to admit that. And in order to admit that you're not perfect, that requires a certain level of vulnerability. But so many salespeople don't think about that. And the thing about vulnerability is you're not willing to show, if I'm a prospect, I'm not willing to show you any vulnerability if you, the salesperson, are showing me that you're perfect. There's an imbalance there. There's a certain bending of the knee that has to happen. So for you as the salesperson, you need to bend the knee first. You need to show that you're human. You need to show that you have flaws. But the flaws that you have learned from, and that you've seen other people in the prospect's position, who have had those same flaws, and you've been able to help them grow through those experiences and along with the solutions that you bring to the table. Now, this flies in the face of the traditional, I've got it all together, let me show you how you can do it too kind of sales pitch. This is about relatability, and that relatability comes from vulnerability. Think about what you're trying to do. Put yourself in the prospect's position. Relate to them in a way, not only how you can right now, but how you can understand where they're at because you've been in that position or you've seen others in that position. Be the guide to help them through this situation that they're in. You're going to have so much more connectivity to your customers and to your prospects. They are going to feel attracted and connected to you in a different way because they feel like they can be more genuinely authentic and vulnerable themselves. It's a slight tweak to your approach. And I promise that not enough of you are doing this right now, but when you do, the results will show themselves and quickly.